What's going on? So good to see you guys. I am live. It is a beautiful Wednesday night. I almost forgot what day it was. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, man, I can't wait till Wednesday to get in front of you guys and share some stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, it is Wednesday. So excited to be here with you guys. If I don't know where you are in the world, I know some of you guys in California are out there in a heat wave. We are in here in Florida, and it is the first fall day in a long time. Super excited about it. Very cool out here, so it's nice to sit outside, just talk with you guys for a little bit, and really kind of go into some good stuff. If you're just joining me, I'm so glad you're here. Hit me in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let's talk. I'm driven by a question today. Are you successful? That's my question today is, are you successful? Some of you guys, I see Brian, thanks for joining me. Fran, thanks for joining me. Again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know, share the video. Let's talk. Let's hang out. The deal is I'm going to ask you a question. Are you successful? And then we're going to talk about it. And we're going to give value in the midst of that. Because here's the deal. We are living in frustration after frustration after frustration because of our definition of success. All right, I'm going to leave it at that for a second as we get some more people kind of jumping in, talking and looking. Shannon, so glad you're here again. Let me know you're here. Hit me in the comments. Why don't you hit me in the comments now? Are you successful? Answer that. Do you feel successful? Give it a yes, give it a no, those things. Because I'm kind of curious where you guys are. Because there was a time in my life where I can tell you I wasn't successful. And I believe it was because of my definition of success. It was incredibly shallow definition. So let me ask you this: is maybe your definition's a little different? Maybe your definition was different than mine. Before, I was thinking, for me to be successful, that I had to run a huge church. I had to have oodles and oodles and oodles of money. Now, I don't know about you, but I know there's a lot of people that like money. I like money. I like to have money. But I thought that maybe if I had a ton of money, then I would be successful. Maybe if I had a ton of other things happening, then I would be successful. Does that sound like you? Maybe you're somebody who says, man, if I have this certain car, if I have this certain job, if I have this certain thing, then I'll be successful. There's this big thing out there going on right now that people want to tell you what you need to be successful with. Like you will never find a short list of people who tell you this is what you need to be successful. There are tons and tons of those people out there. I mean, everybody wants to give you their opinion. Matter of fact, I wrote a post on Instagram. If you want to check it out, Jim_Burgoon on my Instagram. I wrote a little quote right there that people have so many opinions, but I'm going to tell you guys, if you don't ask for your opinion, don't give unsolicited advice, because nobody wants the opinion, but everybody has them. Matter of fact, most of them have several opinions. Money, 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 money. Yes, Sean, Brandon, so good to see you. Yes, you're successful. I would love to hear why you believe you're successful in that. So if you want to drop that down there, it'd be awesome. But there was a time, and look, the light is shining on me. Did you see that? I was bathed in the glory of the light of the sun. It is a beautiful evening. But let me get back to what I was saying. Here's the deal, guys. Is there are so many people. You watch TV, you watch these gurus, you watch these self-proclaimed experts in your feeds, and they're sitting there like, if you had this many things and you had this widget or you had this stuff, you would be super successful. And for a long time we buy into that, whether it be our insecurities. Man, I wish I had this. Maybe it'd be your jealousies. Man, I'll give anything to get that. Maybe it's your self-worth, how you value yourself. Man, and you see that yourself so little value that you need all this extra stuff. Mary says, I'm successful because my children are content adults and my grandchildren are confident in our love. Man, that's a great start. None of us are perfect, but because there are 7 generations haven't passed, and none of us are. Wow, 7 generations. That is amazing. I love the way you define success. And that's where I'm kind of going with this tonight. And again, how do you define success? Are you successful? And if so, why are you successful? Because I'm going to tell you that your frustration level is intricately, can't talk on there, intricately connected to how you view success. In your job, in your house, with your family, in your life, in your finances, in your relationships, how do you view success? My view of success, I think I'm successful. Do I have a job? And yes, I do. I'm self-employed now. I'm a personal life coach. Do I have like thousands of clients lined up at my door? Not yet. Does that mean, will I ever that? Don't know. Don't care. But I know the ones that I'm working with, their lives are being changed. I'm successful because I'm showing up. Here's one definition I have. I show up and give my all. That is one of my definitions of success. And that's true in everything I do. One of the things, I show up with my clients. Number 2, I show up with my family. Number 3, I show up with you guys. Number 4, I show up at the churches I go. I show up and give it my all. That is success for me. Now, if everything else comes, great. If it doesn't come, great. But I'm going to be content in knowing that I've done my best. That's my success. And many of us are living in these places of frustration, get this, because we have a weird sense of success. Sean says, finding something you do and have a passion for, money will never buy happiness. You're right. But if you ever remember that country song, man, it won't buy happiness, but it buys a boat, dude. And if you have a boat, that's all you need, right? Isn't that what the country song says? But your point is so right on, because guess what, man? Money doesn't buy happiness. But we put all of our faith in money. We put all of our success based on how much money we have. That's not important, guys. And my whole purpose tonight, to give you value, to kind of hang out with you, is to tell you, maybe it's time to look at your definition. Maybe you don't even know your definition. But it's time to look at your definition, and it's time to say, you know what, let me craft a definition so that every situation I go into, I can be successful. You want to go into your family. What does that look like, a successful family? Mary said her grandkids and all are happy and content adults. That's super successful. Mary also says, I'm getting started with, I'm just getting started with that, will be my personal success. That's, hey, you got to start somewhere. Let me say it that way. You got to start somewhere. Some people sit on the fences their whole life wishing for success. Some people sit on the fences hoping for success. Very few people actually start getting on the road and walking towards their success. So that you're getting started, that's a beautiful place to be. But make sure that you have a proper definition of what success looks like, because it does two things. Number 1, it helps you find joy when you reach it. But number 2, it actually identifies that you've actually reached success. Because it's so funny that we search for this carrot in life and we don't even know what the carrot is, but we know it when we find it, right? That's what we keep telling ourselves. I don't know what I'm looking for, but when I find it, by golly, I'm going to know what it is. No, you won't. You'll be just as frustrated. In the end of your life, you're going to be like, I wish I would have done things differently. The deal is define it. Where you have a proper vision in your life. Vision is how I see things, proper perspective. It's how I define a possible future, the thing I'm looking for. When that is in your life, you have success. Because why? Because I know what success looks like. I can define it and I can obtain it. Because now I can have steps to get to it based on what I see of a preferred future that I want. That's really what it is. The vision boards are a perfect way to do it. Vision boards are one of these things. They're a visual representation of where you want to go. And here's an interesting thing that you can look at for you guys who do vision boards. If you do a vision board, look what you put on the vision board, because what you put on the vision board is an indication of what your heart is and what your success definition is. Is there money on your board? Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with money. But the desire, the deep desire for money, that's a never-ending pit that won't be filled. Okay? What's on your board will indicate where your heart is. Where your heart is shows you what you value, what you don't value, and it will determine where you go in life. Now, here's the thing. So take a look at that vision board, because I know we made one. I know you have one, Fran. Take a look at that vision board. Go back to the board and say to yourself, what does success look like for me? And does this match what that definition is? If so, keep going forward. If not, then change it. Because one of the things you want to do is you want your reality to match up to what you believe, that preferred future that you have in your life and that God's going to bring to you. And they've got to match up or your frustration level goes through the roof. So go back and look at that, check your heart, and say, what is my definition of success, and does this board match that definition? If not, make them match, because I'm going to tell you, when you have alignment, now get this, when you have alignment in your life between what's up here, what's in here, and where I'm going, you will find yourself getting there quicker. You'll find yourself getting there because you with purpose and with a fire inside of you, because you know where you're going, you know what you want, and you know, and you're going to figure out how to get there. But it all starts with, are you successful? And honestly answering that question, because some of you guys are probably sitting there thinking, man, I'm successful, but are you happy? Is there joy? Or are you always empty, looking for more, searching after that thing that you can never find, that keeps grasping as sand through your hands? Guys, I'm talking to you to give you value tonight, to tell you here is a way to make sure that that sand is solid, that you can grab it, and that you can walk into the greatest portion of your life, and you can be the best version of yourself, and you can actually enjoy the ride as you get there. That's it for me for tonight, man. I'm so grateful for you guys. Remember, hit the share button on this. That helps me out. It helps you guys out. It helps get the word out to help people find value in their lives and get through all that stuff and all that junk that everybody deals with in everyday life. Remember, I'm here for you. Hit me up in the comments. Let's talk. Let's chat. And let's do life together. Peace out, guys.